Hurry, because you don't want the memory
Right.
to run out.
How did it feel knowing that the money you were spending was your own money and not somebody else's?
Wow. Just do the same reaction again. Oh my god. Okay, I'm ready. Do it again. No, I'm not ready. Hold on. Okay, I'm ready.
How did it feel knowing that the money you were spending was your own money and not somebody else's?
I can't do the wow because I feel so fake, like doing the same exact thing again. Okay, sorry. Hold on, though. It just seems so fake. I feel like such a fake person. How many times we've gone through this? Okay. Hold on. Okay.
Oh god.
We're the worst people. Just go. Just go.
How did it feel knowing that the money you were spending was your own
Start
money?
over because I think I said something, so it'll be just wait 3 seconds and then go.
How did it feel knowing that the money you were spending was your own money and not somebody else's?
It's a really different feeling. When you buy something and you know you worked for it and you paid for it with your own money, you can be proud that you bought that. Like, if someone gives you a gift or they just like hand you something, I feel like you don't understand all the work that went into buying you that item. So when you work and save up to buy something, you look at it and you remember what you did to get it, and it makes you so much more appreciative of the item. So it feels really different. It feels way better than like just buying something with money that's not yours or like someone gave it to you.
If you could tell your past self one thing about spending money, what would it be and why?
I would tell my past self to not waste money. Like, I have made some dumb purchases in the past. Like, I'm human. I get reeled in by like social media and what they want you to buy, and you're like, oh, this is so amazing. Like, I remember I got so scammed. I was looking up how to buy I was looking up computers because I wanted to buy a laptop, and I had already saved up for a long time. And I go on eBay and I look at this computer and it's way cheap, and I'm like, why is this so inexpensive? So I read the description and it says everything. It was a photo of the laptop and it said the name of it, all the specifications, like everything the laptop does, and then in really, really, really fine print, and those are already small print, all the way at the bottom, it said, this is help for a setup service. I will help you set up your laptop. And I was like, wow, that is such a huge scam. And that kind of made me be more wary of like when I'm trying to buy something, like make sure you read what you're actually getting. Like, I remember I saw on this like news channel, like YouTube news channel, like just funny people, they commentate on stuff. They were talking about how some guy got scammed because when the Xbox One barely came out, it sold out like in a day. So they weren't in stock. So people would sell them for way more than they normally cost because they were harder to get, right? And they weren't coming out for a while. So he bought an Xbox for $1,000, and it's like almost the exact same situation. And the guy sent him in the mail an envelope. And the guy is like, when he gets it, he's like, are you sure this is for me? They're like, yeah, that's your address. The mailman or mailwoman. And he opens it and it's a picture of an Xbox One. So I thought that was like, sorry. That was like a funny instance of like how you can get scammed so easily.
When was the first time you encountered problems because of spending money unwisely?
First time. I've had so many problems with spending money. Let me think for a second. Oh, you know what? I think I got thrown off. Like, I didn't realize how much tax was. So, like, let's say when I saved up that money for the laptop, I thought I could get something for all that money, but I didn't realize I would be paying like $70 on tax. Like, that's a lot of money because technically that money isn't going towards anything besides like that's going to the government. So yeah, you don't realize how much tax adds up to. It gets to be a lot, and then I kind of over credit how much money I have. Like, I think I have way more money than I actually do. So yeah, just you have to ground yourself and make sure you know like you have to be smart with what you have, and if you can't get what you want, keep saving until you can.
How did you feel at the time you spent this money?
When I spent the money and I made the mistake, well, yeah, I had trouble like buying the laptop. I had a smaller budget, and what I did was I bought a computer that I bid it on eBay that was worth way more than I bought it for. So what ended up happening was it was too heavy. It was like a gaming computer, and it wouldn't be transportable, so it wasn't a good idea for me. So I ended up selling it for more than I bought it for because that's what it was worth, and so I made a profit on that. And then with the profit I made, that allowed me to buy a computer that I wanted that was lightweight and did what I wanted. But um, when I first bought that computer and I got it, and I was like, wow, this is like a brick. Like it was like 14 pounds. Like carrying that thing, and it felt heavier than 14 because the weight was like condensed. But I felt really stupid because in the description the guy did not put how much it weighed, and I did not think it would weigh that much. So
Do you feel that there are ways you could have avoided the tax problems or the monies with the problem with the guy on eBay?
yeah, I mean, I should have looked up how much the computer weighed, and what I did was I looked up a review of the laptop, but it was the functionality. So I saw how it functioned. I was like, wow, it's like really fast. And to admit, like that computer is way faster than the one I have now. Like, um, and the thing is about that one, it doesn't heat up easily. The laptop I have now kind of heats up when I start using it, but I'm sorry, what was the question? I kind of strayed and I forgot.
Do you feel that there are ways you could have
Oh
avoided the
yeah.
problems?
So I should have looked up someone like holding the laptop and talking about like the weight and giving it a full review because I feel like the person who was doing that video wanted to sell the laptop to people. So that wasn't a good idea. So always look for like a video that isn't the developer so you could get the true facts of what the um, piece of machinery does. So yeah, I could have avoided it if I did more research, and I did do a lot.
Are there any negative experiences of your family spending money?
Oh yeah. Um, my sister has gotten like she's bought like dumb things on the computer, so it's kind of difficult to buy things online because you can't see them in person, so you don't know like what the quality is. I remember now that I remember I've made some purchases like that, like buying pairs of pants, and then like they came from China, and I think the Chinese size is smaller, so I have to order like a size up. So then I had to return those pants, but he was in China. So I had to pay $20 of shipping to send it back, and the pants were like $28. So I was like, wow, I just lost that much money. And then I was like, are you gonna refund me? And he's like, wait till I get the item. We're in China, it's gonna take a while. And then I kept asking like, have you gotten the item yet? Have you gotten the item yet? It should have came by now. And he was like, just wait. And then eBay has like a thing where you can open a case and it'll make sure they monitor that the person will give you your money. And he's like, don't do that because it'll reflect bad upon me. I'm just waiting for the item. And then he waited. There's a certain day, past that day, like the 60th day, you can't open a case anymore, and they won't help you. So after that, he wasn't replying. He would reply every day, really fast, before that period, because he didn't want me to do that. And so after, I try to open a case. It's like it's been too late. So I don't let anybody screw with me. So I called PayPal, which was the way you pay through eBay. It's like a safer way to pay with credit card. Like they give them the funds, but they don't get your credit card information. And they refunded me and like froze the other person's account so that no money could be transferred and stuff. And I'm sure they got their money back anyways, but it was still stupid in general because I lost $20. So yeah, that was a bad thing. But there's obviously other things I could go on and on.
Would you say that you have gotten wiser at spending your money?
Yeah, because I feel like you have to be given the responsibility to have money and choose how you spend it so that you can learn, like, that was really stupid. Like, why did I do that? And you can learn, like, if you're never given that responsibility, you're going to wait until you get, like, a job and you're, like, 18 years old and you're living real life with no help, and then you're going to screw up, and then like I said, that's a real life situation. You're gonna like plummet, and it could be really devastating. Um, so yeah, I would say let someone trust you with money first. But yeah, I've grown wiser by that process, and it's really helped me. Like the mistakes make you realize
Do
what
you
you
have any regrets about anything in your past?
That's such a broad question. Do I have any regrets about anything in my past? I mean, doesn't everyone? I hope everyone has some kind of regret, or else I'll feel bad because I have so many regrets. I would say, since we're talking about financial literacy, I'll stick to financial things. I regret spending money on things that I didn't fully think through. So it happens to the best of us. You think that it's like the greatest item. It's being shown to you as like, yeah, this is gonna change your life. It's so great. It's like I don't know, or this is like a really fun game or something. Um, yeah, and then I kind of came to this like realization, kind of, that you shouldn't really waste your money on like one-use things, like buy things that are gonna last you, and that you can always enjoy, and that's worth the value. Especially for like, yeah, I think I believe in that you should buy things that are worth your time and money to be spending on, and that you're actually going to use it. Unless you're like rich and you want to buy everything in the world and just not ever touch it, but most of us aren't rich to do that. So
Is there anything you would like to add?
anything I would like to, I would just give more advice, like research the item you want to buy extensively. Not if you want to buy a chocolate from the store, but like if you want to buy a cell phone, make sure you look at reviews of people who've had the phone, not the first day they open it. Make sure you get a review of someone who's used the phone for like a year or something, or if it just came out, then I don't know, you're gonna take that risk. Or they've used it for a few days at least, and they can tell you what it's like. Because when you first get a phone, oh my god, it's so amazing, like it does all this new stuff that you never used, and then you kind of realize like, oh, it doesn't do this. Then you start realizing the flaws. So research everything you buy if it's like a big purchase, and make sure you make a smart decision in that regard.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. You can come find me if you have any more questions about finance and stuff. I can tell you all my failure.